Hi everyone. Good morning, good evening, good night. Uh, I did everything to try to organize my curly hair, but I couldn't, so you can laugh freely. Um, there's no way to put them down. Um, so just to tell you, since yesterday when I ended the alignment, um, I felt like very weird physically, and I still am. Um, I feel like my head is like 3 times bigger right now. So something that I discovered today was that my mind is very relaxed, but my body is very stressed. And this is something that maybe we all can be feeling. So I would like to explain a little bit about this before we keep going. Um, maybe it is useful for you too. So remember that these days we've been speaking that this vibration, this wave of vibration divided in different frequencies, we have one that is low vibration or low frequency, which is like the past. The other one medium, which is like the present, and the other one that goes faster, that so high vibration, that would be future. So remember, we have compared the vibration as water, and this water can be also expressed in three different aspects, which would be the solid aspect of water, the liquid, and the gas. So these three aspects that we had related with time, with space, with the vibration, with the water are not only just for those aspects, but also for the being. So the being can be also related with the solid aspect that we call the body, then the medium aspect, which is the liquid aspect, that is the soul, the emotion, and then we have the other one, the high vibration, the gas also, that we can relate in the self with the spiritual. So we can relate the aspect of the of the self, okay, the physical, the body, the soul, and the spirit, with the three aspects of the water, the solid, the liquid, and the gas, and also with the vibration, which would be the low, the medium, and the high vibration, and also with time, past, present, and future, and also the space, height, weight, and depth. So if you can picture this, these states are related with the states of vibration. Uh, should I repeat everything, or you understood mostly? See, I will take the idea of the last thing that I said. So basically, what I was saying is that since everything that we have spoken, everything that exists is divided in like a trinity aspect. Okay, so water, time, space, the being, everything is trinity. So we can also relate this trinity with the different states of vibration. So picture this: the body has a low vibration, the soul has a medium vibration, and the spirit has a high vibration. So remember, the self, the being, the three of them are the same thing. It's the same vibration vibrating in different frequencies. So it's just one self, one vibration, vibrating in a low frequency in the body, medium frequency in the soul and high frequency in the spirit. So what happened when we live in a physical body and only looking into the physical aspect? Our life is very slow. Very slow. The process takes a lot of time. So the soul, that is like the medium aspect of the vibration, which means the energy of the body. This is why we experience the chakras there, the rainbow of colors. The soul is able to live the process in a shorter period. So they could, the soul can feel and experience many emotions in a short period of time, maybe in just one day. And the spirit goes so fast that it can't see the whole process. It can understand the whole process of everything that happens to the body and the soul, but it's so fast that cannot experience, feel, to it cannot live the process that the body and the soul are living. We call to this like the physic, the emotion, and the mind. So taking the spirit from the spiritual level, we can call it just mind. So to I don't know if I explained it in English. In order to bring the spirit into a more worthy concept, not so spiritual, we should be we can call it mind. The soul, we can call it emotion, and the body, we just can call it physics, because body limits the concept of just one body, and the physics is talking about the nature of it. So when we are speaking about the physics or the body, the emotion or the soul, the mind or the spirit, we are just talking about different aspects of frequency of yourself. So just to picture this, the mind vibrates so it has a so fast vibration and so fast frequency, high frequency, that that it is able to understand the things faster than the soul in the emotion, and the emotion is faster to process something than the physics. So the mind is the one able to just read a text and say, yes, I understand this now. It's so easy. This thing is related with that thing that happened, with that thing that is happening now, and this is going to make this other thing happen in the future. So I can just pick it up. So after this, after the mind took the idea, maybe in 2 days or 3 days, the emotion comes up. And suddenly you start to realize that what you just discovered and acknowledged, you start to feel it. Because suddenly you start to feel about the past and saying, oh, now I get it, what my mind told me. I'm remembering about the things of the past, and I know that if I am not letting go something from the past, these memories that I have, I cannot move forward. So you start to feel sad or emotional about all the things that you have lived, and you are not sure if you want to leave it away. You start to make the process emotionally. So usually, maybe 1 month later or 2 months later, suddenly you get a cold and you get fever and you have to be in bed with temperature, and you're just shaking in the bed and asking for medicine, and you have no idea why, because it's summer, so you have no idea why I got ill. And that's your body that just received information from the soul 2 months ago, and from the spirit 2 months and 2 days before. The reason why the body receives the information in a long time after the soul received the emotion and the mind is because the body is vibrating very low vibration. What the minds see or think just get recorded in the unconscious and the subconscious, like that. This is processed by the emotion within, the energy within, that in the next days you will keep feeling it, you will start to feel it. And maybe in some month or a year, it arrives to the body. So this is, we can see it like this. This is the process of the spirit, the process of the soul, and then the rest of the room is the process of the body. This is why we start to feel in our bodies the changes of what we are doing in the emotional level and the mental level very far away in time. So this is why along this whole year we are working 10 days first with the mind to understand it, then 10 days with the soul so we could integrate it, and then 10 days with the body to manifest it. Did you get the idea of why we are following this structure of the year? So this is why the body takes a long process, because it vibrates very low. So it's not bad because it vibrates low. It exists because it vibrates low. So this is why sometimes we could hear that if we start to vibrate very high with the spirit, the body gets transfigurated, because the body starts to vibrate so fast that it gets enlightened. And this is not because the body is just living away towards the spirit. It's because the body itself vibrating in a higher frequency is the spirit. Okay? So this is something that we need to understand, that the spiritual level is not something different from the physical level. It's not something apart. The physical aspect is just the low vibration of the spirit. See? So this is why sometimes we can start to perceive a month or even more later the work that we are doing by talking and talking. It will be felt in some time. And we are speaking this right now because it has happened a month already. So for sure we are starting to feel it. So not always the change is felt like something bad, but usually we feel like tired or heavy because when the body gets the process of transformation, it goes through a process of hibernation. Okay, so this is why you feel like heavy or like that after a process of inner work. It's normal to be tired, because when we sleep is the moment when the body gets the transformation. So also sometimes we have to recognize that fever is good for this too. But culturally, we have this this concept of fever as if it is an illness or something bad that we need to take out, and it's not like that. Fever is a process of purge of the body. Okay, of course, if you have more than 40 degrees, it's bad, but normally, fever is something that purges the body from all the toxins and all the viruses and bacteria and everything that you don't need. Okay, so it helps with evolution, making more, making your body more strong. So don't worry about having this fever sometimes if it doesn't get to the 40 degrees. Okay, so so I know some people that usually when they have like 37 degrees or not even 37 degrees of fever, they at that moment says, I need medicine to get this down, and no. If it gets to 39 and a half, okay, let's take it down, but leave the fever to work, okay, to make the purge of your body. It's like a natural kundalini. So all this process of these 10 days ends with the word acceptance. And this is because everything that we have worked, everything that we are doing goes through the process. The process is to accept everything that happens. And for most of us, it's very difficult to accept because we have many misunderstandings of what acceptance means. So, and also a lot of prejudice about all the reality. So this is why it's so important to understand what is acceptance. So first of all, let's try to understand the main idea that we have about acceptance. And is that we usually think that to accept something is related to the outside. So that's why we usually say, I have to accept the reality. I have to accept that everything is a mess. I have to accept these people that I don't like. I have to accept the world as it is, blah, blah, blah. So look at this, is we naturalize the idea that we have to accept things that we don't like, because usually people say it's like that, you just have to accept it. So we have created this idea of acceptance that is so related, is much more related with the concept of defeat. So it's almost like if you have to, that when you say I have to accept it, it's kind of like if you have to surrender. So we have been living our last 100 years in a competition due to the globalization and the capitalism, from where the socialism took many ideas too. So the capitalistic concept of acceptance is to surrender against that reality. So we should not, they say, we should not. We are here to win. So we had projected that concept of the outside within. So if society doesn't accept me, so maybe I'm wrong, so I don't accept myself. So it happens exactly the same towards the within, which is I cannot accept myself because I'm not good enough. So when we say I cannot accept that reality outside, is a mirror, and I cannot accept this reality within. We have to talk about the original concept of acceptance. So the origin of the word acceptance comes from the Latin ad captare, that means to catch something. Okay, to catch something that is there. Look, that it has nothing is not related at all with what we believe acceptance means. So what is the correct meaning of acceptance? Is to take something as it is, recognize it, observe it, and when I know exactly how it is, I put everything of me to transform it into another level, transcendental level. See? So as an example, I maybe can say, I refuse to accept that this reality exists. I refuse to say that this exists. So even if we refuse to accept that reality, the reality exists. We are here. I can touch myself. I'm here. You are there. I can touch everything. So it exists. So for example, if I decide to accept that the reality exists, I accept it. It means that I will take the reality and I will study the reality. I will try to understand the reality. I will look into the reality as deeper as I can. And then I will figure out that the reality is made up with atoms. And the atoms are made up with quantum. And suddenly there is void. And suddenly there's nothing. So, oh, I was right. Reality doesn't exist. Yeah, it doesn't exist. But in order to figure that out, you had to accept the reality first. Otherwise, you wouldn't make the process to figure it out. So acceptance is not just to accept the things as they are. Acceptance is to take that reality, to go deeper into that reality, and to show yourself and everybody that you can take something new out of that reality. So it's exactly the same outside and inside. To accept myself and to accept others. So when somebody says, accept the world as it is, they are not saying, the reality word is not saying to don't do anything. It's to say, accept the world as it is, because it is like that. It's already like that. So you have to accept it. You cannot deny it. But you can go study the history, why the world is like this, I can understand the world, the process of the world, and by understanding how the world works, then I can try to change it. But first I need to understand it, to accept it. And what was to accept? It was to take it and to observe it from very close. And this with everything that exists. See? This is like in our normal lives saying, I can't accept that there is poverty. And then you don't do anything for the poor people. You just, I can't accept it. So it's like, okay, I analyze the poverty, I look into the poverty, I realize maybe through history that poverty is not only because of rich people, okay, maybe there are other causes for this. And once I understood every one of the causes, now I can recognize, okay, maybe I can do something because now I understand why exists the poverty. So basically, not to accept that exists is, and to deny things is just like you're not helping to change the reality. So one, I can say, for example, this to the spiritual world, to all the spiritual people that usually deny the existence of this reality. And in the other hand, to the scientific people, the ones that doesn't believe in anything, to remind them that the movement of science started to question and to look for the answers, not to deny realities. So it's not by denying how you get to the truth. So both of these worlds, the spiritual world denying the reality because they believe in another magical things, and the scientific world that denies the other realities just because they believe in what they see. To accept is to be open to the possibilities of every reality. And in order to do that, we have to start with ourselves. So take your notebook and write down what do you accept of yourself and what you cannot accept of yourself. See? Tomorrow we start with the emotional week. So I would love to see you all crying. No need for that. So today we work with the Taurus. That's the vibration of the day. The statement for today is, I am the emissary of eternity. The code of today is the spiritual pattern Nya. That's the sound, Nya. The moment of transcendence arrives, letting go everything that the spirit has given and received by allowing itself to go out into the universe, expanding to infinity, limitless, empowering from all that was separated, unifying itself in the governance of its consciousness, in the law, in the action and balance. Let's sit comfortable. So we start to massage the body. to caress the body, stretch, yawn. I give thanks to the body for being the anchor of the spirit and the mind in the matter. And I focus very deep in my breathing. Feel how the air, the oxygen, comes within through your nose, lungs, heart, blood, organs, and muscles. I allow myself to feel the heat within my body and how it goes out through my skin, filling up my aura and all my magnetical field. And above my head, the light of the I Am. With each breathing, I bring all the heat and the energy around my body towards the I Am, the higher self, as a spiral, feeding this light, making it brighter and brighter. I allow myself to bring the light of the I Am through all my body. Take a deep breath. I see it get inside through my crown, third eye, throat, heart, plexus, sacrum, root, knees, and feet. I feel the light of the I Am within my body, taking all the information from the mind that we have worked with all these 10 days. As I feel the I Am catching all this information, I recognize that what it is really doing is to accept all the information that is within me. I feel how from my feet the energy starts to go out, going up and around my body as an egg of light surrounding me, coming again to my head. I use my hands if needed to touch it, to feel it, and help it to get to my crown. I am. I am. I accept what I am. All around my magnetical field, there is the information of everything that makes me that I am. And the light of the I Am, the consciousness, allows me to accept what I am. Take a deep breath. And I start to make the sound, the vibration that comes from my body towards all the directions, towards the eternity of my being. Take a deep breath. And taking a deep breath, I recognize saying it towards all the directions and the eternity of myself, that I am the emissary of eternity. 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 Take a deep breath, and we take our hands to our hearts. I recognize that the only way to transform what I am is by accepting what I am. There's no way to transform myself into something different if I first don't love myself, accept myself, recognize myself. I accept what I am here and now. I accept who I am here and now. I am the emissary of eternity. I am the emissary of eternity. I am the emissary of eternity. And so it is. I take this consciousness with my hands to every part of my body, stretching, caressing, massaging, and yawning. We come back here and now, opening my eyes. So thank you for having been another week of 10 days related to Virgo and the mind through this path. So tomorrow we start a new week, the emotional week of Virgo, where we are going to put order to our emotions. So we keep going with the notebook, working with emotions. So rest a lot, and as always, see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye.